was a terrible start, wasn't it? And you obviously had to make the changes before half time, which told its own story really.
2 weeks in a row we've lost a goal within 5 minutes, and you're on an uphill battle in League One. Do you know, when you lose an early goal against a team, they lift, because we actually started the game that well. We started the game well. We were compact. Kyle Turner had a great couple of runs in it off the left side, and we were looking good. And then it's a naive moment for the 2 penalties. And it gives, I can't, apart from the last 5 minutes when we are throwing everything forward, I can't remember them having another shot goal. But to be fair, first half we're not good enough. And I've just said to the players in there, I take responsibility for that, because it was my shape, it was my personnel, and I got the shape wrong today. And I take full responsibility for that. So at times the players have been naive and been poor at times in passages of game this year. But I can't say that today. It's all about me today. I got it wrong today, and as manager you've got to stand up and take responsibility for that. When we changed it, we were much better. And we looked like the only team that were trying to get a goal and trying to get ourselves back in the game. But Montrose had done enough in the first 10 minutes.
And did the 2 players that came off, did they accept that it was a tactical change, or was it down to their efforts? Or?
Listen, the players at this club know there's one thing about me, I'm never personal, never ever personal. I always make a decision I think's best for the club, and I'm always respectful of the players, and I speak to them like men, and they know that, and I've took full responsibility in there, and that's the right thing to do, because today is about me and the team that I picked and the personnel and the shape that I picked, because that didn't help us. That doesn't legislate for the 2 mistakes that we made and naivety we made in the first, with the 2 goals, but we just couldn't get going after that, and I had to make the changes. It's no nice to do that, but I had to, and I got us going, to be fair, because we finished the first half probably better, and in the second half I think we were camped out one way and just couldn't get the second goal.
Anderson and Cameron actually played quite well in the second half, didn't they? You've obviously got his goal, but they were both.
They were. Anderson's got a great chance. He's through 1-on-1, and Grant will probably feel he's got to do better with that. And this is 1-on-1 a couple of times as well. The keepers did a good save, and listen, we've threw everything at it. We've put our big centre halves up there with 5 minutes to go, but we've just got to dust ourselves down. That's too bad. Everybody was getting us pats in the back 2 weeks ago, and that's the fine lines in football. We're getting pats in the back 2 weeks ago, saying we're on a great run, we were, but now we're on a run where we've lost 2 in the bounce, and the 2 in the bounce we've lost goals in the first 5 minutes of games, and we need to rectify that, and we'll come in on Tuesday and Thursday and we'll work hard and we'll turn it around again, and that's that's the belief that you've got to have. That's the belief that I've got in the players, and they'll be okay, but they've got to take their medicine for the last 2 weeks.
We've spoken about the character of the team and coming back from behind on occasions, but I don't imagine it's a characteristic you want to rely on.
No, we're no, Cameron. You're absolutely right. We went to Dumbarton 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago this Saturday, I think, went in there 1-1-0. Shape was great. Defensive shape was great. We looked a threat every time we went on the pitch. But the last 2 weeks we've lost goals in the first 5 minutes, and I can't emphasise that enough, because when you lose a goal in the first 5 minutes of games, you're gaining yourself a mountain to climb. Because teams will just come, and particularly away from home, and they'll just, once they've got that goal, they've got something to hold on to, and that's what happened today with Montrose. And they got the second one, and there are 2 penalties. I've got to say, I don't know how we can only have 3 minutes ahead of time. But I mean, I'm not sure where any official gets 3 minutes ahead of time in a game like that today. I mean, the referee is blowing and telling me, hey, hurry up, yet he doesn't have the time on, which is bizarre, but listen, that's not cost us the 3 points.
When you concede goals so early, does the game plan go out the window to an extent? Because obviously, straight away you're chasing the game.
It does a wee bit, because we didn't get time to settle into the new shape today, because you're playing a different type of game when you're trying to come from behind than you are when the game's even Steven or you're 1 up. It's a different type of shape you're playing, so the shape starts to get stretched, because you're trying to stretch the game and you're trying to get yourself back in the game, and it just never worked after they went up 2-0 so early. I think they were 2-0 up in 30 minutes or something, and it never worked then, and we had to make the changes. It's no nice, but we had to make the changes, and the hope that it would get a reaction. It did get a reaction, but it just wasn't enough in the end to get us a point, which probably, I thought in the balance of play we probably deserved. Some may say we didn't, but I thought in the balance of play we probably deserved a point at least.
How do you counteract the conceding goals early? How do you work on that in training to make sure it doesn't happen for a third week?
Well, you've got to work on it, Cameron. Just like I said 2 weeks ago when people were saying, we've got 8 clean sheets after we got clean sheeted in Barn, and the last 2 weeks we've lost early goals. So, football swings and roundabouts. It's very, very fine lines, and we'll go away and we'll work on it. We know we have to work on it, and then hopefully next week when we go to forfeit, we'll not lose a goal in the first 5 minutes and give ourselves a chance. And if we don't, then if we play the way we do in patterns of the game and stages of the game, then we're always going to give ourselves a chance.
We got off to a really good start with
yeah, aye, no question of that. I thought our approach to the game was good. It's never easy down here. I was just saying that to the guys after the game. I've been down here countless times. There's not many times I went up the road with 3 points as a player or as a coach or as a manager. So anytime you get that at Stranraer, you've done really well in the game. We're hanging on a bit, of course we were, but Stevie's teams go right to the end. They did that up at there and scored in the 93rd minute up there to draw. So we knew fine well they were never going to give up the goals, that's for sure, in the battle right to the end. So we're over the moon with the 3 points, no doubt about that.
And the curse of the manager of the month.
I know, yeah. It seemed you're thinking, here we go, we'll get beaten, the player of the month will not score any goals, but it's a hard fought game with two evenly balanced sides. Pitch was okay, it wasn't great, but I think both teams probably went back to front a bit, and we did that as well. That was where we decided that before the game that we'll battle away and we'll see what we can get out of the game. And I thought the three in the middle of the park were excellent for us. Liam especially, he's been out a long time out of the team, and I thought he come in and did great with Terry and Jamie. So we're over the moon, as I say. It's never an easy place to come. So.
And Martin Rennie, he obviously gets the credit for both goals, but his effort throughout the game was excellent.
Yeah, I think we all know that when you're scoring goals, you've got another wee bit of energy in you, and he went right to the end. The big lad, we had to take him off there, he just running on empty, but he's done great for us. I don't know what that is now, but I think he's into double figures, which is a magnificent return for a young lad who's just over a year ago was playing at Lochgelly Albert. So it shows you that it can happen for players if they keep working hard, that they can come into the senior game and do well, and Martin's done that for us.
It's great.
Well, when you didn't have the ball, your whole team went across the park, defended superb.
I think it's something that we've been working on. We did change a wee bit there towards the end. We went to a back three with five across the middle just to try and give us a wee bit of protection, because the big lad's a handful up front, he isn't a half. So we knew fine well one, they're going to win a lot of balls in there, so we decided just to go that way with it, give us a wee bit of protection. And fortunately it worked for us. Maybe the next day it doesn't work for you, but as I say, it's been three very evenly games against the three teams already, so there's nothing to split the team. It's just who gets a break on the day, and fortunately for us we get the breaks.
As you say, Stranraer are going to throw everything over the last kind of 10-15 minutes. It's not necessarily the prettiest thing to do, but kind of managing the game and slowing it down, stopping them from getting any rhythm.
I think it's part of the game. It's part of the game that you need to try and take as much out as you can and stop balls going into your box if you can, and get up the pitch when you can and manage it, get the ball in the corner. And I thought at times maybe we were younger ones are a bit naive at times, rather than taking the ball in the corner, they're trying to score a goal or they're trying to cross it when there's nobody in the box. So that we'll speak about as well to them, because a lot of them are learning, and the first division's new to them. So it's a case of when you've got leads in these leagues, you need to manage it correctly. And I thought at times we were maybe a wee bit naive towards the end of the game, but full credit effort. It's fantastic, and it's never been in doubt. So it's a long journey down and a long journey back up. So at least we'll go up with a wee bit of comfort picking up 3 points, that's for sure.